Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, here to do a reading for you. For the collective, it feels. So we'll see what energies come out in these energy oracle cards and the quantum oracle. And I'm going to use the Good Tarot. To clarify, I will use my clarification deck, the Crystal Visions. I have pre-shuffled, but I will shuffle for you. I may pull some Divine Feminine cards. I may pull from the Shadowscapes deck. I may pull from the the Art Nouveau, the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. It's a nice combination of energies in these decks. So I hope this reading has a message for you. If it does not, please leave it in peace for someone else, as it may be their message. This feels like a collective reading, so there's probably something here for you. However, please know that this is a general read. If you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, comment in order to stimulate that algorithm on YouTube. This is the only platform I use for my readings. I don't monetize my channel. I don't do extendeds. I don't do anything you have to pay for to access my content. If you are interested in a private personal reading, please contact me through the email address in the description box. That is the only thing I will ever charge you for, is if you would like a personal reading. All right, so let's get started. 19, rest and rejuvenation. 19 is a 10 card. Definitely some meditation here. This is to integrate all of these energies from this full moon cycle of October 20th. This reading is for October 22nd. Rest and rejuvenate, but this is integration. This is integrating these new energies. So this would be rest and rejuvenate, hydrate, as you meditate and hydrate and rejuvenate. This is Four of Swords energy, and this is the completion of that full moon cycle, and now new energies will be coming in for you to integrate. So let's see. Seven of Air. This is like malicious energy generally in my tarot readings. But in this deck, it's a very peaceful energy. There seems to be more trust than normal in the Seven of Swords. This angel is surrounded by birds and doves. So they're not unsettled around her. So let me see what the Good Tarot says about this Seven of Swords, because it feels different. This is independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. Now is the time for me to live life on my own terms. I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call to do what I know I must do for myself. I would not think the Seven of Swords as being an independent card. Generally, it's not in the traditional tarot. It is somebody kind of picking up swords, very sneaky and untrustworthy energy. But in this deck, the Seven of Air is about being living one's own truth, being independent and breaking free of groupthink. So check out the Spiritual Sapience reading for today. That was also part of that message. This new energy, this full moon in Aries has really helped to clarify. I think it's called is it the Hunter's Moon? The Harvest Moon. but it is clearing out all of the energies that made you feel inauthentic. Here is the messenger of air. So this is the Knight. The Knight of Swords. Let me see. Independent creative action, spirited and headstrong. This is definitely some fiery, independent energy. Lots of sword energy. Somebody is refining their truth here. As the integration of these new energies, there's the Magician. They are manifesting a new perspective of life, or a new life based upon their authentic truth. The Empress, yep. So this feels like the Divine Feminine collective, after this full moon, has really started to define her truth and is non-compromising. This is the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords, which is usually one of anxiety and stress and sleepless nights and all of that. But let's see what in this deck it represents, because the air cards in this deck are very different. This is shifting negative self-talk to self-compassion, from fear to possibility, a call to faith. So stepping out of the fear-based thinking into authentic truth beliefs. Okay, this came out in reverse, the Call, which is the Judgment card. I'll clarify why that is in reverse. Usually in reverse means the opposite of, for me. So, not quite sure how that fits. Maybe the next card will help. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. All right, so let's clarify using the crystal visions. This person is in, it feels like the Divine Feminines are becoming non-apologetic for their journey, and they're non-apologetic as embracing their self-worth. A lot of women, Divine Feminines, and I'm going to just say, you know, it's an energy, not a gender, but oftentimes it's women. But it can be men too, feel as though that having a sense of self-worth was a negative. It was egotistical. It was self-centered. It was selfish. And that, you know, having a sense of self-worth would make you what we used to call stuck up. And so a lot of Divine Feminines have been programmed that a strong sense of self-worth was a bad thing for one to believe in. And now that is changing, because that lack of self-worth then kind of dovetailed right into codependent relationships. So now it feels as though the Divine Feminine has shed that lower energy of low self-worth, and not being able to embrace her truth because she didn't have the confidence to do so. This is confidence. Three of Wands. This is manifesting your new life. This feels like the 3D life for me, not necessarily focusing on the Ascension, but this is transforming the 3D life. The physical existence that you are in. There is the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. This is definite truth here. And this is mastering your truth. Taking action to live your truth. To live in your truth. Let's see about this Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, or the Nine of Fire, is usually kind of like an endurance card for me. It's been a long journey and you're just about to give up, but you're going to go that extra mile to get to the Ten of Wands to complete that cycle. But in reverse, it means that, you know, the hard work is over. Nine of Cups. You're starting to believe that this is self-love. This is self-satisfied. You are at that point of being very happy in your own energy because you're living your truth. All right. We'll leave that there for right now. Let's go ahead and look. Oh dear, that was left on the table. Great achievements. A number 1 card. This is a new beginning, and look at the celebration. Look at that beautiful. You see that? Turn on the light here. Look at that beautiful celebration table. Looks like a wedding, but it doesn't have to be. It can simply be a celebration of your embracing who you truly are and accepting yourself with self-love. I'm going to go ahead and pull another card. The vast universe. Another 1 card. One is events and one is spirit. This feels like a spiritual event. This is a integration of lessons and learning of this full moon energy. But this is a celebratory spiritual milestone in your journey. And it opens you up to the vast connections of the universe. It's expansion. The Emperor. This to me is a divine masculine card. It could be a leader, it could be a boss owner, but I traditionally read this as the divine masculine who is very successful in his 3D existence. That he is making a lot of progress, a lot of success. He's abundant, he's powerful, he stands in his own truth. There's the sword of truth. He's warm-hearted and generous, but he is also very fierce, like the lion. He's very fierce. He's a warrior. So this could be you know, the awakening with both of those 1 cards, a spiritual event. This could be the awakening of the divine masculine. Six of Pentacles. There is a stag, which is another significator of the divine masculine. Six of Pentacles is, it's kind of a balanced energy for me. The give and take, the yin and yang. It's a flow of energy where there is harmonious balance. Could be generosity, giving and taking. The Tower. Well, that would be definitely a change in energy, a drastic change in energy as the result of something. There's the Queen of Cups. We had the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This Queen of Cups is somebody who is very loving, nurturing, open, receptive, giving. I want to clarify this Tower. Feels like a momentous event, spiritual event. Three of Pentacles. Feels like this Tower is about something somebody was working on with the divine. So it feels like this is, I always think the Three of Pentacles is, you know, people working together, but the divine is working with them, this couple. And it feels like this Tower is divinely, it's a divine intervention. The Hermit. There's a spiritual journey right there. This is creating this awakening. You know, dark night of the soul, release of the ego and all that. So for the collective, at the divine feminines at this level, learning this, and I think we had that same releasing a couple of readings ago, a couple of days ago, we had the divine feminine was releasing the negative self-perception, and now she is stepping into her value and into her worth, and those divine feminines doing that work are prompting the awakening, because quite honestly, there's not a whole lot of point of having your divine masculine awakened if you're not able to have these lessons kind of under your belt, so to speak, because sustainable union is not going to be possible in any kind of energy lower than this. Here's that Ace of Cups. So there's a new beginning. This has to happen in order for this connection between the divine masculine and divine feminine. This significant spiritual event has to occur in the divine masculine's life. So be patient and nurturing and supportive as they go through this. Hopefully they will be able to maintain their balance. But it's part of their spiritual work to go through this Tower moment. And that could be a huge epiphany where they have a realization. Here's the High Priestess. That is the epiphany right there, which changes their perception or their belief system into more of a spiritual awareness. Here's the Hierophant, another significator of this is the spiritual divine masculine, and the Fool. Yeah, this new energy is a new spiritual understanding of the divine masculine. The High Priestess, the Hierophant, both very spiritual cards with this new understanding from the Tower. Five of Air. That is, we're going to check what the book says on that, because the air cards are very different. Tension, conflict. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win. It is important to have integrity. Other people have a different way of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. Okay, so it feels as though this is going to be like a... It feels like a revelation is what I'm hearing. I'm going to go ahead and I want to see if there's any more messages. Actually, let's use the Shadowscapes. See if there's any more. There feels like... Oh, I have the whole deck upside down. It's like the Hanged Man. I want to see if there is... There feels like something not yet developed in this message. Two of Wands. Choosing a path. Feels like the spiritual path for sure. There's a choice to choose a new path because there's a different understanding. There's been a change of understanding, of awareness in the Divine Masculine. And the Divine Feminine is has changed her belief systems about herself. The Nine of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, that was a very hard journey for the Divine Feminine. It took a long time for her to nurture herself, to be able to give to herself because of the framework that she had been taught. There's the Devil. That was what was toxic in her life, and it has been toxic for a long time. So this full moon energy is clearing out all of that toxicity and bringing in this new truth, this deeper understanding of her value and self-worth. And there's the Judgment card upright. All right, let's see if there's more messages for the Divine Masculine. This is the Two of Swords. This kind of flew over here, so I'm going to leave it there. That is choosing oneself over, one's heart over one's mind. In this deck, it is choosing one's heart over one's mind. And this is the Three of Cups union energy right there. Four of Pentacles. This has been a difficult belief system or awareness for the Divine Masculine to embrace. Anything else? I think there's more on the Divine Masculine side. Seven of Cups. That's come out several times. In this deck, it is two people standing together, one doing some research and the other kind of looking up at the different options available and saying, this is where I want to go. This is the place I want to be. It's almost like a treehouse in the sky. This is my dream. This is my ambition. This is where we belong. How do we get there? It feels like Divine Masculine is doing some research now that he's come into this awareness. Remember, no reversals in this deck. It wasn't designed for reversals. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is either being left or leaving someone else. Let's clarify that. What is this Five of Pentacles? When it comes to this Seven of Cups, you're going to have to make a choice that might leave someone else behind. Judgment again. That's the third time. Yeah, this is part of the journey, and this may be a karmic. Page of Cups and the Chariot. Pages to me are messages. Somebody is going to tell somebody they're moving on since their perspective has changed. All right, so I am going to pull from I believe this is the Quantum Oracle. Let's see what cards come out. Then I'm going to pull a couple of cards for the Divine Feminine. 36, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So this is what may have a blockage in it. This is what you need to focus on during this rest and rejuvenation for the Divine Feminine. That's the sacral chakra. There may be a blockage there you need to attend to. Yin and Yang, remember that Six of Pentacles. It's a 22 card. This is for the Divine Masculine, finding this balance. Let's pull one for the energy between them. Definitely some union energy here, balancing. Storm warning. There's the Tower. See, there's a 10 card right there. Okay, so this cycle is ending, and it might be a bit turbulent as it the cycle closes out. There's always turbulence with the Tower, because epiphanies really change belief systems, and that then sends aftershocks through the rest of your understanding of your 3D existence and your spiritual beliefs. The Warrior Saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. And you are standing in your truth. Here she's got the sword again of truth. And that makes you a warrior of your own truth. And standing in your truth is a form of self-love. I hadn't even thought about that before, but that makes perfect sense. The Red Lady. This goes right along with the passionate wild red mother, which was the spiritual sapience for today. I am pure enough. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Okay, this may be that you will have to speak your truth with some passion. Bottom of the deck, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. So Divine Feminine, your truth is bringing light and clarity to the Divine Masculine. So I'm going to leave it there. Namaste.